How's it going, everyone? Want to give you guys a heads up on a massive PlayStation Store sale kicking off tomorrow, and on top of that, highlighting some deals for a last chance on the Mega March sale, as the Mega March sale is wrapping up here in just about a day and a half. We got some deals I've mentioned in other videos, and then some other deals. Just want to do like a final tally. Some of the deals are a little bit more on the expensive side, and I'll get to them when I get to them as far as that's concerned. But as always, when one sale is rolling out, brothers, we got another sale rolling in, and it is the major spring sale that they've actually done an early access to select titles for PS Plus members, and whenever they do that, whenever they have a sale that they are offering early access to, you know it's gonna be a gigantic sale, because they're literally using the sale kicking off as a promotional vehicle to, I'm not gonna say try to get people to sign up to PlayStation Plus, but at least offer it as an incentive for you to sign up to PlayStation Plus. So that tells me that this sale is gonna be huge. They did something similar to this, I want to say, with the holiday sale or the Black Friday sale, and obviously those sales were pretty big. But you know, as far as the sale itself goes, I think the quantity is going to be huge. The quality is always going to be subjective, and people are going to say, it's the same deals over and over again. Yeah, like, what do you want them to do? Like, I am all for more deals like the RoboCop Rogue City deal that we saw a couple weeks ago, or like a week and a half ago, where they took a game and they brought it down to a really low price, and a lot of people paid attention to it, and a lot of people ended up picking it up. I actually think that would do a lot of games a benefit in pricing their games so low that it just incentivizes a lot of people that otherwise wouldn't have checked it out to check it out. Like Star Wars Outlaws, for example. This game is going down to $35. We already know this for the spring sale. Is anybody picking that game up at this point for $35? We all know that it was a colossal failure. I think if you actually took it down to, let's say, $11.99, I know that might be a little bit insane, but $11.99 for the standard edition, I think a lot of people would check it out. The issue is, like, maybe you're talking about, in the case of Outlaws, it being a PR blunder. Alright, let's eliminate Star Wars Outlaws from this example. How about Avatar Frontiers of Pandora? If you took that game down, which, by the way, that game came out just a couple months after RoboCop, and you took it down to, let's say, $8.99 for the base game, I think a ton of people would check it out. Who in their right mind is gonna be like, yeah, bro, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora is down to $25, now's the time to check it out? Like, at this point, that's not a deal, but, you know, here I am advocating for games to be cheaper. Wow, what a take there that I have, that I want games to be cheaper, but it's just that seeing the same deals over and over again, and then seeing the RoboCop deal and how much attention that got, I actually do think for some of these games that are more, you know, not big titles, the games that people absolutely love, like a Red Dead 2, I don't expect that to go down to like $8.99. I don't expect Cyberpunk 2077 to go down to $8.99. People are going to pay a premium for it. Are people going to pay a premium for Star Wars Outlaws, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, and games of that ilk and games of that caliber? I don't think they are, so why not take them to a price point that's actually going to be really incentivizing to people? But maybe they'll eventually do that. I just feel like the attention that RoboCop got was very eye-opening as far as what they could do as far as discounting their games. But again, it takes a big-brained man like me to be like, oh, we need games to be cheaper. Yeah, what a great take that is. But I digress. That sale will be live tomorrow, and obviously we will do our typical rundown of everything available as a part of that. Moving on from that, want to highlight some deals that are live right now as a part of the Mega March sale that I would highly recommend, and that'll be our last coverage of this sale. Right off the bat, I would like to reiterate, and I think this is one of the best deals across this entire sale. I think this is one of the most underrated games of the last decade. 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, 75% off for $14.99. You guys, this game is absolutely phenomenal. It is a narrative-driven game that does have a tactics gameplay style. I wasn't crazy about the combat system, but that isn't the bulk of the game. The bulk of the game is the storytelling, the visuals, and all of those elements are an absolute home run with 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. They did an excellent job with that aspect of the game, and I think for $15, it is such a great pickup. It might not be the game that a lot of you guys end up gravitating towards. Like, obviously, I wouldn't recommend 13 Sentinels as your first Japanese title that you play. Go play, like, Final Fantasy 16 or something like that. But for those of you that are fans of Japanese games and that kind of ilk, I think 13 Sentinels is going to be right up your alley. It is such a good story, and by the end of it, I was just blown away by this game. And I love Vanillaware as a studio, but this one was a level up from even their previous titles in Odin Sphere, Muramasa, the Demon's Blade. They just knocked it out of the park with this one. So $15 for that. Great deal there. I will give a shout to some Assassin's Creed stuff since I guess some people are in the mood. Assassin's Creed The Mythology Pack, $32. This is AC Origins, AC Odyssey, and AC Valhalla. I've made my opinions abundantly known about the Assassin's Creed games. I totally get why people like them. If you like your open worlds with an obscene amount of content, Assassin's Creed post-Origins is going to give you exactly that with Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla. Again, they're not really my cup of tea, but I love Valhalla from a setting standpoint. Really love the Norse mythology and Viking aesthetic to it. But yeah, $32 for that. And then Ragnarok's Valhalla edition, Valhalla Ragnarok edition is $25. Now, they are going to have the complete edition on sale, which includes the Dawn of Ragnarok expansion, which is here in the Ragnarok edition, but it also includes the Season Pass, which has 3 expansions: The Legend of Beowulf, Wrath of the Druids, and The Siege of Paris. All of that is available for $35 versus $25, which will just get you Valhalla and the Ragnarok DLC. But yeah, $25 for that if you do want to check that out. If you're going to pay $25, I would just get the Season Pass at that point as well, but that's my 2 cents on that. Ys 8 Lacrimosa of Dana, 50% off for $19.99. Great entry point to the Ys franchise. I think these games are fantastic. Very, very consistent. If I can say one thing about Ys, it has been one of the most consistently great JRPG series. Obviously, from a visual standpoint, not blow away by any stretch of the imagination, but still a solid game. And for $19.99, again, a good buy there for sure. Code Vein, 85% off for $8.99. Anime Souls-like. I like the anime aesthetic, so obviously that's going to be right up my alley. Enjoyed the gameplay. Good title there. $9 is a great pickup. Couple of Mega Man games. Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2, $15.19, and then Mega Man 0 ZX Legacy Collection, $9.89 on that. X Legacy Collection 1 and 2 are going to get you X1 through 8. Those games are really good. You know, X7 withstanding, and I even thought, I don't think X7's as bad as people make it out to be, but certainly not a great game. But yeah, I grew up with Mega Man X, so obviously a little bit of nostalgia bias. And then Mega Man 0 ZX Legacy Collection. I played Mega Man 0 growing up as well, and ZX Advent. And you get all of those games here for $9.89, a worthwhile pickup here as well for that price point. Catherine Full Body Edition, 80% off for $7.99. A zany, quirky game, not for everyone, but I think if you're in the mood for a quirky narrative, a little bit of a dating aspect to it, not really that it's got all of these dating mechanics to it, but the story is revolving around that, and you have these different routes you could go through. Puzzle gameplay is fine, it's serviceable, nothing blow away, but for $7.99, I think that's a great pickup and a game a lot of people will end up having a good time with. I think that's one of those games that if you have like a significant other and you just want them to watch some insanity as far as a narrative goes, I think Catherine's actually a pretty good time as far as that's concerned. Order 1886, 50% off for $9.99. I may be one of the biggest Order shills on the internet, but I thought Order 1886 was really solid. Obviously a super short game, and you guys, I paid $60 for this game. I remember going into, I think it was a Target, and buying the Order 1886 at $60, coming home and playing through it and feeling kind of ripped off, but at the same time being like, holy hell, these visuals are insane. But yeah, it was a showcase of the PS4 back a decade ago, and man, from a technical standpoint, it still holds up as one of the best looking video games of all time, and for $9.99, I think it's a pretty decent pickup. $4.99 would be ideal, but we don't see it for $5 often. I will give a mention to Dynasty Warriors Origins. It's 20% off for $56. At this point, I would wait for a deeper discount. It's just, you know, the game just came out. It's a Tecmo Koei game. Tecmo Koei games generally hold up in price for quite a while, but Dynasty Warriors Origins was awesome, man. Great soundtrack, good narrative, great gameplay, just an over-the-top action game, and as stylish as all hell. Good bit of content with replayability with the different routes, just a great time, and for $56, you know, it's not super cheap by any stretch, but it's only 2 months old, so you can only expect such a low price point. Palworld, 25% off for $22.49. I think this is the cheapest you're gonna get Palworld for, and in fact, I think the game's gonna go up in price sooner rather than later as it comes out of early access, and with more updates to come and the content that's already in the game being well worth $22.49. Easy recommendation there. Ender Magnolia, Bloom in the Mist, 25% off for $18.74. This just came out as well. I would recommend Ender Lily's Quietest of the Night if you haven't played that. That is the first game, but yeah, that's on sale for $9.99, but Magnolia being a recent release, 25% off on that. You got Yakuza Like a Dragon and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Yakuza Like a Dragon for $9.99 is highway robbery. I think that deal is awesome. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth at $35. That stings a little bit because it is $25 digitally, or excuse me, physically a lot of the times, and, you know, paying the digital tax. Like, paying the digital tax is probably one of the most repulsive things you can do, literally being taxed for giving them more money, but it is what it is, you know. These are the things we have to deal with. Granblue Fantasy Relink, $30 on that. Great deal for that for a game that's been holding up in price and really not talked about much. I get it that it doesn't get a ton of attention these days, but I think it's a really, really solid game, and $29.99 on that, really good. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hinokami Chronicles, finally down to $15. Demon Slayer, the sequel to this game, I should say, is coming out. I know the final season, I believe, is kicking off soon. I gotta catch up on Demon Slayer. I'm a little bit behind, but yeah, the animation is crazy, the openings are insane, and this is a solid arena fighter. If you're a fan, you'll have a good time with it. And Sonic Frontiers Digital Deluxe Edition, $24.49 on that. You know, the Digital Deluxe Edition isn't anything crazy, but Sonic Frontiers is a great game, and I strongly recommend it, so good pickup there at that price point. Ideally, though, base game being on sale for like $18 is what you usually want to shoot for, but if you want the little bonuses the Digital Deluxe Edition offers you, you can check that out as well. But that'll do it for me. Again, a ton of great deals available right now, but the massive spring sale will be kicking off tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.